It was a bright, sunny morning in the kingdom of Enchantia. Princess Sofia the First was excited because today was a special day. The royal cobbler, Mr. Stitchwell, had just finished making a new pair of shoes for her. They weren't just any shoes, these were shoes fit for a princess, made with delicate purple velvet and sparkling gems. Sofia had been waiting for these shoes for weeks, and now they were finally ready. "Your Highness, here they are," Mr. Stitchwell said proudly, holding out the shoes in a beautiful velvet box. Sofia's eyes widened as she looked at the shoes. They were even more beautiful than she had imagined. Each shoe shimmered in the sunlight, and the gems seemed to glow softly, almost like they had a life of their own. "Oh, thank you, Mr. Stitchwell. They're perfect," Sofia said, beaming. Mr. Stitchwell gave a bow and smiled, but there was something else. He hesitated for a moment and then said, "Princess Sofia, these shoes are not like ordinary shoes. There's a legend about them. It's said that they hold a special kind of magic." Sofia's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Magic? What kind of magic?" "The legend says that these shoes were once made by a famous fairy cobbler, who enchanted them. They can grant the wearer the ability to dance with grace and agility like never before. But there's more, sometimes the shoes may take the wearer on a magical journey. So, be mindful when you wear them," he warned. Sofia nodded, half excited, half wary, and decided to try them on later that day. After all, how much magic could a pair of shoes really have? Later in the afternoon, Sofia put on the shoes in her bedroom. As soon as she slipped them on, she felt a tingle rush through her feet. The shoes fit perfectly, almost too perfectly, as though they were made just for her. Suddenly, Sofia felt her feet begin to move on their own. She twirled around, gracefully spinning and dancing as if she'd been practicing for years. She had always loved dancing, but she had never danced this well before. With every step she took, the shoes seemed to glow a little brighter, and Sofia couldn't help but giggle with delight. "This is amazing," Sofia laughed as she twirled and leapt around her room. Just then, the shoes sparkled even more brightly, and before Sofia knew it, her feet started moving toward the door, without her telling them to. She tried to stop, but the shoes kept moving, gently leading her through the hallways of the castle. "Wait, where are we going?" Sofia called out, but of course, the shoes didn't answer. Through the palace halls and down the grand staircase, Sofia's feet danced until they led her outside to the royal garden. The flowers in the garden seemed to shimmer as she approached, and a soft breeze blew, carrying the scent of roses. Her feet finally stopped in front of a large, old oak tree. It was the tallest tree in the garden and had been there for centuries. Sofia had played under its branches many times before, but she had never noticed anything unusual about it, until now. As she looked closer, Sofia saw something incredible, a small, hidden door at the base of the tree, just big enough for her to fit through. She would have never seen it if the shoes hadn't led her there. Sofia hesitated for a moment, but then her adventurous spirit took over. She bent down and opened the door, stepping inside. As soon as Sofia stepped through the door, she found herself in a magical forest. The trees were tall and glimmered with silver leaves, and the air was filled with the soft sound of laughter and music. Fairies darted through the air, their wings sparkling like tiny diamonds. The whole forest seemed alive with magic. "Wow, this place is amazing," Sofia whispered to herself. Just then, a fairy with bright pink wings fluttered down to greet her. "Hello, Princess Sofia. Welcome to the enchanted forest. I see you've found the magical shoes." Sofia blinked in surprise. "You know about the shoes?" "Oh, of course. These shoes have been in our forest for generations. They choose someone special every 100 years to come and visit us," the fairy explained. "My name is Fira, and I'll be your guide." "Why did the shoes bring me here?" Sofia asked, curious. "The shoes bring you here because there's something you need to see, something only you can help with," Fira said with a twinkle in her eye. Sofia felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. "What is it?" "Follow me," Fira said, and with a graceful flick of her wings, she flew deeper into the forest. Sofia's magical shoes carried her effortlessly along the forest path. As they walked, Fira explained that the enchanted forest was home to many magical creatures, but something was wrong. A powerful enchantress had cast a spell that was slowly draining the forest of its magic. "If we don't stop the enchantress soon, the magic in the forest will fade away forever," Fira explained sadly. Sofia's heart sank. "But how can I help?" Fira smiled. "The shoes chose you because you have a pure heart and a brave spirit. You are the one who can break the spell. To do that, you'll need to find the enchanted waterfall. Its waters hold the key to restoring the forest's magic." Sofia nodded. "Okay, where do we start?" With Fira leading the way, Sofia journeyed through the magical forest. They passed by glittering streams, fields of rainbow-colored flowers, and trees with leaves that chimed like bells when the wind blew. Along the way, they met other magical creatures, a friendly unicorn, a wise old owl, and even a family of talking squirrels, all of whom wished Sofia luck on her quest. After what felt like hours of walking, they finally reached the enchanted waterfall. It was breathtaking. The waterfall cascaded down from a high cliff, and the water shimmered like liquid silver. A soft, glowing mist surrounded the area, and as Sofia approached, the shoes on her feet began to glow brightly again. "This is it," Fira said softly. "The waters of the enchanted waterfall hold the magic we need. But be careful, the enchantress may try to stop you." Just as Fira said this, a dark cloud appeared in the sky, and from it, the enchantress emerged. She had long, flowing black robes and eyes that gleamed with mischief. "So, you think you can stop me, little princess?" The enchantress sneered. "The magic of this forest will be mine." Sofia took a deep breath. "I won't let you take it." The enchantress waved her hand, and a swirl of dark magic shot toward Sofia. But before it could reach her, the magical shoes lifted Sofia into the air, twirling her gracefully out of harm's way. With each spin, Sofia felt more confident. The shoes seemed to know exactly what to do. "Use the water, Sofia," Fira called. Sofia reached toward the waterfall, and as her hand touched the shimmering water, a brilliant light burst forth. The magic of the waterfall flowed through her and into the shoes. With a final twirl, Sofia directed the light toward the enchantress, and with a blinding flash, the dark magic dissolved. "No!" the enchantress cried, and with that, she disappeared into the wind. As the enchantress vanished, the forest began to sparkle with new life. The trees glowed brighter, the flowers bloomed more vibrantly, and the magic returned. The fairies and creatures of the forest cheered, grateful that their home had been saved. Fira flew up to Sofia, her eyes twinkling with joy. "You did it, Princess Sofia. The forest is safe, thanks to you." Sofia smiled, her heart full of happiness. "I couldn't have done it without the shoes, and you, Fira." The fairy giggled. "The shoes knew you were the right one to help us. Now, it's time to return home." With a wave of her hand, Fira sent a warm, glowing light around Sofia, and in the blink of an eye, she was back in the royal garden in Enchantia. Sofia looked down at the shoes on her feet. They no longer glowed, but she knew they had done something truly magical. From that day on, Sofia kept the shoes as a reminder that with courage and kindness, even the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary magic.